Hey everybody, I'm Terry Luongo and welcome to our Monday night home-based call. Hey, are you like me? Have you just been ever so grateful and excited for this series that we have been just delving into, who I call the Fab Five? And Amber Weaver started us off, I don't know, we're going maybe 8 weeks ago, with the art of selling. Then we delved into the art of recruiting with Stephanie Fletcher. And tonight, I know how excited you are. I know pen and paper, pad, notepad, everybody's ready to learn about the art of marketing. And this is a topic that our speaker tonight, the amazing Jamie Cantrell, she just didn't throw some notes together at 6 o'clock tonight. This is something that she has been studying, the art of marketing Juice Plus, for well over a year and a half. I mean, she has become a student of this concept, and she's here to share with us tonight. So I'm proud, I'm excited. Jamie Cantrell, what would you like to share? It's all yours, my darling.
Thanks, Terry. I think that I'm going to first let myself off the hook because there's some of you on here who are fantastic marketers online, social media, stories, Instagram. I'm about average, all right? There's some of you who are amazing one-on-one conversationalists, others of you who are great in a bigger group. Wherever your strengths are, I want you to play to them. And that is really the focus for tonight, is really playing to your strengths, your power, your gifts, and bringing to life something very personal. So if you've ever asked the question of yourselves, I'm having trouble getting people to events, why? If you've ever said to yourself, well, gosh, there's a ton of people selling things, and this health and wellness industry, this market is so crowded, how do I stand out? If you tell yourself, how do I keep my customers happy and create raving fan customers? Understand that customer acquisition, team acquisition happens well before the point of sale. And it really is intertwined with the concept of marketing. So I want you to write these two words down. Network marketing. And I want you to underline in network the word work. And then I want you to understand the second term of that statement, marketing. By definition, and this is from the American Marketing Association, marketing is in the activity, the set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for your customers, your clients, your partners, and society at large. Keywords: activity, creating, value for all in your market. So there are 3 goals for you tonight. I keep it very simple. The first goal, let's become aware, each of us, whether you are 24 or you are 95, I want you to be aware of your current and personal marketing strategy. I want you to walk away tonight having a personal agenda. Number 2, identifying your target audiences. And number 3, taking that information and creating a plan of action that is going to cultivate the very core of what you want. Everybody on this call tonight wants a bigger business. Is everybody in agreement when I say that? You don't show up to an 8 o'clock call if you're just kind of hobbying around. You want more customers. You want excited team members. And the question always resounds to how. So let me help you generate a little perspective and a little energy. Did you know, this is exciting, did you know that the current population on the planet Earth is 7.53 billion people? 7.53 billion people. How big is your list of prospects? Okay. The current population of people that use Facebook back in June of 2017 was 1.5 billion. Almost 2/7 of the entire world population uses Facebook. Network marketing, this is fascinating. Network marketing companies pay about 40% in commissions to distributors from the 178 billion generated annually, which, if you were to break that down, and this is what's exciting for all of you that's on this call tonight, network marketing companies pay out $71 billion a year to their reps. $71 billion, people. That's $6 billion a month. And get this, $200 million a day is paid out in network marketing companies. Now, my question to you is, how much of a piece of that do you want? How much are you getting? Because it's out there. So I am absolutely, my team is probably sick of these statistics because I am drilling it down. Guys, opportunity is all around you, right? So more than 80 million people are involved in a network marketing company around the world. Now, there's two sides to that. Some of you may say, well, gosh, it's really crowded. I don't know where I can fit into this picture. Or some of you can say, listen, if 80 million people are joining a network marketing company, this is the business model of the future. Can I get an amen for everyone on this call? I want you to know this is a viable, this is an incredible, this is a justifiable and an opportunistic business model. And in 10 years, you don't want to be looking back saying, I wish I would have. You should say, hey, in 2019, in May is when I decided to take a look at this more seriously. So let's begin with you. Each of you own a small business. It doesn't have to be small if you don't want it to be. It's your choice. So I want you to write these questions down, and I want you to take some time to prayerfully consider answering these. I want you to be honest with yourself. Number one, do you have a marketing strategy? And it cannot be based on hope and prayer. I hope this person sees my Facebook post. I hope they respond to me. I pray that they, see value in what I'm speaking. No, do you have a business marketing strategy? Yes or no? Number two, how do you market your business? What mediums do you use? Do you have a diversified portfolio? I know us millennials, we love social media, but we have to fill our basket with the tools of one-on-one conversations, with live events. For those of us who are middle-aged, I'm in that category. I tend to gravitate towards Facebook, but if I don't get myself on Instagram stories, I'm missing out on the market share. So I want you to become aware of what mediums you use and really take a look at adding 3 to 5 different ways to market your business. Third question, if you're not sure what's out there, let's talk about that. What are some other ways to market your business different than what you're doing right now? As I've always told my team, specifically Jen most recently, who's going for NMD, don't change your goal, change your strategy. What are other ways? Remember, there are billions of people in this world. So, my last question to each of you is this. When someone asks you what you do for a living, what do you tell them? Do you tell them that you're a network marketing professional? I see the smiles of some of my teammates on this page because I'm drilling this down for you. If people don't know you're a network marketing professional, you are missing out on the market share. So if you do tell people you're a network marketing professional, what do you say to them? And if you don't tell people, the question I have for you is why? $200 million a day are paid out, and we're not opening our mouths to tell people that we represent the Juice Plus company. So those are some questions that I want you to be considering before we even dive into the nuts and bolts of marketing. So you say, Jamie, you know what? These are tough questions. Well, let me give you a few tips to help you answer. Number one, figure out what's important to you. As I'm looking at these beautiful faces that I've had the privilege and pleasure of meeting, I can tell what's important to you already. If I were to look on your Facebook page, I look at Jen Hageman's page, I know she loves horses. You know, she's not shy about sharing that. So what are the things that are important to you? Number 2, what does network marketing mean to you? Are you afraid of it? Do you embrace it? Do you know anything about it? We have to generate some clarity here. That's key. Hang on. Number 3, what does the Juice Plus company and product mean to you? And number 4, this is my favorite question and probably what's going to set the stage tonight for what you walk away and what you apply. Figure out why and how you are different than every other message out there, including other Juice Plus representatives. Because here's what I see. Do you want me to call it out? When I'm on Facebook, I see the same message over and over and over again. I see the product. I see how much you love your shakes. It's been done. How are you different? What do you stand for? What value do you bring to the table? So I hope these are some thought-provoking questions for you in terms of your strategy and content strategy for your marketing. Now let's talk some target marketing. This is probably my favorite thing that I'm going to share with you tonight. When you market to everyone, you market to no one. When you market to everyone, you market to no one. Now here's the deal, guys. I know Juice Plus is for everyone. From pediatric to geriatric, everybody needs more fruits and vegetables. But if you are not stepping into your strength, your power, your God gifts, and if you are not representing something or somebody, and you're not getting specific, then people lose interest. Because here's what happens when you generalize a Juice Plus message. Number 1, you suffer from what I call the sameness disease. There's nothing unique about your message. And in fact, I'm just going to scroll past your promotion online. I'm not interested. How are you different than anybody else? Secondly, you're pushing a product. If you lead with Juice Plus, people don't care what you sell. In fact, they don't want to be sold to. Lead with you and then lead with them. Number 3, you're not creating a value-based point of purchase. You're creating buy my product, and that's not how people are going to come in, because we compete for people's time, resources, and interests. So if we are leading with the product, we've already lost half the market. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to encourage each of you today, and write this down, I want to know, what are your 3 to 5 your target audiences? My husband sat me down a while ago and he asked me this question. And it's the same response that I've had for 6.5 years that I've been in the business. Athletes, moms, teachers, coaches, and people that want to make a residual income. Sounds good, doesn't it? How many of you say the same exact things? Teachers, coaches, moms. You know what he said to me? That stinks. I said, what are you talking? I mean, this is how we banter. We have a respect for each other, but we're real. He said, Jamie, could you be any more broad? He said, okay, so let's take athletes, for example. Are you talking young athletes? Are you talking, moms with athletes? Are you talking college professionals? Are you talking, he said, because they each have different problems. They each have different needs. You're generalizing so big. He said, how about we take a look at your athletic market? So as you guys are thinking about this, I want you to ask yourself this question, are you so broad? So now I'm marketing to, in the athletic category, moms of athletes in elementary and middle school. Why? Because that's the space I'm in. It's what I know. And guess what I'm going to start to do? I'm going to start to understand what their needs and their challenges are. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to speak to those challenges and problems. And then I'm going to be that solution. But before, I'm just marketing to athletes, a general online event, calling all athletes. How does that work for me? How many of you, show of hands, have ever had a challenge getting people to an event, live or Zoom? Because what's your message? I've got this great message about Juice Plus, athletes, oxidative stress. Pragmatically, it makes sense, but emotionally, you've not captured the attention of the heart of the people you're prospecting because you have not identified their needs or wants. What if, for example, I'm targeting athletes of moms, middle school and elementary, they don't have a clue what to eat in between the games. So by default, they're going to the concession stand and getting nachos and hot dogs. I literally watched a kid eat a hamburger, a hot dog, and 3 cupcakes in between a baseball game this weekend. Guess how the kid performed? Awful. So why on earth would I generalize marketing to a mass athletic audience when I can say, hey, Susie, guess what? I saw Jack didn't play so hot. I saw that he was eating some hamburgers and hot dogs. If I could show you a way to get better nutrition in Jack, and that's really his name, if I could get better nutrition in Jack's body, would that be of interest to you? Because it might just help his performance. Dr. Ken, I know you know that's truth. When athletes eat better food, they perform better, right? So what I'm speaking is truth, but I'm speaking to the heart of the audience in front of me. Do you see where I'm going with this? So who are your markets? And how are you going to get more specific on who they are? Secondly, get into the mind and the life of your prospects. Remember the day that you said yes to the product. Remember the day. Who were you and what were your needs? Remember the day that you said yes to the business. What did that look like? And then go there. If you are not targeting your audience, there's a disconnect, because then that means you're more into processes. You're more into what to post. I get this question all the time, Jamie, what should I say when they give me this? Well, wait a minute. Be human. Respond naturally. If you know who you're talking to and what they need, you're going to know how to follow up to them. So people, I love this quote, people will always buy from you, learn from you, respect you when they feel understood. You need to communicate on their level, putting their needs first, but you can't do that if you don't know who you're talking to. You need to stand in their shoes. So, my question to you is, your audience, do your prospects say, man, Bonnie really knows me. Sonia really understands what I'm looking for. Derek really knows what my needs are. I'm going to go to him for help. Or do they say, man, that Jamie Cantrell, she is a Juice Plus infomercial. I am running from her. Do you see the difference? So here's how you get into their life. Here's how you get into their mind and their space. I have an action step. Take the challenge if you want to. But this week, how about you sample size? Your friends, your colleagues, the people you're around, sample size them. Ask them questions such as, hey, what are some of the challenges in your life? What are some of the difficulties? I mean, you phrase it how you want. If I was a millennial, I'm looking at my stepdaughter right here on the line, I'd be asking all my nursing friends, hey, what are your nutritional challenges? What are things that are really bothering you, stopping you from going where you want to go? Then ask them the question, what is a dream product or service that you'd want to have to make your life easier? Do you see how I'm starting to build the case? I'm getting responses, and I'm now going to start to customize my message based on that, because Juice Plus is for everybody. Would you recommend this product or service to someone if it existed? And would you use it frequently? And finally, when you get these sample-sized responses, you should be thinking content strategy. You should be thinking social media. I'm leading with their problems, their needs, their issues. I'm showing where I fall into that category. So no longer are we putting a package of gummies online and saying, hey, private message me, or hey, I love these, my kids love them. We're posting a picture of a child at breakfast looking at a donut and saying, hey, when's the buck gonna stop here? Speaking to the art of the challenges. So what about a live event? What about a live event? We talked social media a little bit, creating posts that generate content specific to the problems in your market. Live event. I promise you, if you speak and promote to the heart of what's important to your market, you're going to get people to show up. Let's use a salad party, for example. Do you know why salad parties are so popular and why they have generated such a buzz in our community? Because people know they're going to walk away with 5 meals. They see value in that. But the question I have for each of you who do these events, what content are you delivering at these messages to get people to join the Juice Plus product and join the community? It's important to have culture and community building. I get that. But you can do both and at the same time. You can generate culture, you can generate community, and you can get people on product and to join your team. Try this on for size. At your next salad party, instead of generic Buddha bowl or generic salad party or generic smoothie party, how about in the month of May, guess what's happening in a month? Summer. How many of you target market are teachers? How many of you would generate an event where you could customize the event to helping teachers meal prep and maybe saving some money along the way, helping teachers generate a financial income during their time off? Getting a little bit more creative and customizable where you deliver content, because you can create a community and you can sell a product at the same time. What about one-on-one conversations? Up to this point, I've always been told, tell my story, which is very important. But what if we switch the roles just a little bit? Again, going back to the 80-20 concept. Knowing your story is important, but knowing when to interject it is even more important. How about you make the one-on-ones all about them? 80% of the conversation is about them. 20% is interweaving your story. So this is what it looks like. Someone says yes to talking to you about the product or the business. My favorite question is, why today? We've been chatting, we've been circling. Why are we meeting here today? Tell me what's on your mind and heart that got you to say yes today. Tell me more about what your nutrition's like. What does your breakfast look like? What does your workout program look like? What are your hiccups? If I could show you, this is one of my favorite sentences, if I could show you a way to get better nutrition in your diet or breakfast every morning, would that be of interest to you? If I could show you a way to close the gap between when your kids are eating and what they're not, would that be of interest to you? It is all about them. What kinds of questions are you asking of them? So social media, content strategy, live event, customizable, one-on-one, asking more targeted questions about them. And finally, I'm going to close with this. I've given you a lot to process. But wouldn't it be amazing? Imagine if you flip the switch and started putting yourself out there as the expert in the problems, the solutions to their problems. There's a team member that I just spoke with this last week on a Voxer thread. And in the month of May, she had no events planned. And you know why? She was stalled. She didn't know what she stood for, what her message was. She didn't know who her markets were, what their problems were. And so she was tired of just doing another wine and wellness where maybe 1 or 2 people showed up. Remember, 7.53 billion people in this world. Big market. So I said to her, what are your markets? she started to tell me, we got more specific. I said, what if you had an event in the month of May that was targeted towards massage therapists and really identifying their issues? That's one of her markets. And then she said, oh, I could do that. And then I could do this. And before you know it, we took 3 of her target audiences. We created 3 different events online, and she is so fired up, and she is promoting, and she's excited because the events are not just Juice Plus. They're tips to how massage therapists can get through the day without hurting. There's tips on massage therapy about how to add better hydration, where to shop, all of these beneficial concepts. And Juice Plus is also the solution for a nutritional experience. So now she's stepping into the market, an expert in that market. So my question to each of you tonight as we wrap up, what do you stand for? Who are your markets? What are their needs? And what kinds of events are you running that are customizable to those specific markets? And I hope that helps you guys rhetorically in the next few weeks kind of prayerfully consider, what's your message to the world?
Jamie, there are almost 60 people on this call, and I'm going to bet all 60 people listen to the rebroadcast of this program tonight. The content is so rich. It is so meaty. I mean, I think you have just turned us into a new direction in terms of being the solution to more problems. I just can't thank you enough. I can't wait to go back. I couldn't write fast enough. So thank you. Would you come back again and continue to expand on some of these topics that you birthed tonight?
Sure, but I want to ask each of you, you guys do me a favor in the month of May. Will you please get an event on your calendar that's not general? Make it more specific. Instead of a wine and wellness, make it about the other person. Get real content specific. I'd love to hear what you guys do.
All right, we will get back to you, Jamie, okay? Thank you. All right, guys, many of you are going into debrief now. If you're debriefing with myself or Jen Hageman or under Judy Strickler's team, jump off, jump back on. You know the drill. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Peace and blessings. Know you're loved.